What's up guys, it's your boy NCSL7 here, doing another prediction video. This time I'm going to be doing Splatoon 3. Now we have gotten confirmation that it's not in development as we speak right now. However, I thought it'd be fun to kind of do another one of those predicting kind of videos. And I'll predict basically like the maps, the story mode, the content, and all that jazz. So anyways, let's get started. Alrighty, so the first thing I'm going to talk about in this prediction thing is when I think it will happen and what system it will happen on. And trust me, this is going to be pretty brief. They basically said that it's not in development right now. I can honestly not see Splatoon 3 coming out for like, I don't know how long. I mean, I guess it took 2 years to make Splatoon 2, but with the ideas I have in mind for the game, it could be longer than that. So I'm going to say that we might see Splatoon 3 possibly on the next Nintendo system, whatever it is. Possibly within its first 2 years, I'm assuming. And that's my prediction. I mean, it's way too up in the air to really know, but who knows? And again, like I said, that is going to be kind of brief. Next, we're going to be kind of going into some more stuff that overall stuff. Now, I think this game should play very similar to the first two Splatoon games, but I think it would be really interesting if they added a new mechanic to the game. I'm not necessarily sure what they could do per se, but what if they added something to make the game feel new instead of just new gears and new gear and new weapons and new maps? What if they tried like having a brand new gameplay mechanic where maybe you could actually in your squid form you could like do something like maybe like if someone was attacking you while you're in your squid form and you're swimming through your ink avoiding the ink shots, what if you were actually able to kind of a twirl through the ink? Or maybe you could do like extra moves, maybe some stuff that isn't limited to a specific weapon. What if someone actually gets really, really close to you and like very close combat, but you don't have a weapon that has very good combat? Well, you could always use kind of like maybe a little small thing. You know how in like most FPSs nowadays, you usually are able to like press down on one of the sticks and it allows you to kind of stab somebody? Well, what if they did something similar to this where maybe they gave you like a mini splat roller, and if you got very close, you could actually like kill them that way. Now, this would only work if they're like right next to you. So, and it could kind of be used as like a last minute effort to possibly save yourself from dying. That could work. That's pretty much all I can have mechanic-wise. I mean, honestly, I just want a new mechanic. That way, I want it to be something that can still be fun and can feel different, because if any of you guys remember when Splatoon 2 first released, the game got a lot of flack for not being very different from the first game, so why not change it up a little bit? And next we'll go into the new maps. Now, again, they are probably going to bring back ones like from the first two games. I'll just list off a few of them that I'd like to see come back. From the first Splatoon, I want to see Mahi Mahi Resort come back. I want to see Bluefin Depot come back. And Walleye Warehouse. I want to see those three come back because those ones aren't too bad, to be honest. I honestly like fighting on those stages. They're really interesting aesthetic-wise, and yeah, from Splatoon 2, I mean, they could pretty much do really anything. Like, they could probably do like anything. Sturgeon Shipyard, definitely Snapper Canal and the Kelp Dome, and also Mako Mart. Mako Mart is really cool too. And in terms of new stages, I don't really know. That's kind of up to Nintendo, but what if they could do some more interesting ideas? Like, what if they actually allow, like, here's an idea. What if you are able to actually, like, explore a castle? And they could make these stages bigger ended, where, like, maybe in this map, you actually explore a castle. But it's completely indoors, and it's not like it's like Mako Mart, where it's like you're just fighting on this platform in the middle of a supermarket. What if you're actually fighting in an actual castle and you're like moving through like hallways and rooms? That would be super dope. That honestly would be a really cool concept, and they could do more stages like this, like maybe doing like a riverside where like maybe like in a forest like area where the trees can kind of be used as like to block attacks from the others, and the danger would be trying to get across the river, kind of like Snapper Canal. They could do something like that, but I want to see more stages that do unique concepts that aren't necessarily done, but they feel immersive. Like, when I'm fighting in Makomar, I mean, the background is a supermarket, but nothing else really is. You're fighting on a platform, basically, in the middle of the supermarket, which just isn't very natural. But what if they made it so that way they could have, like, like the castle, they could have it be where, like, you're not fighting on a platform inside of a room of a castle, but you actually are moving through a castle. Like, there's rooms, hallways you can explore. It would definitely be a very different style, but they would have to make it in a certain way so that way it can be easy to traverse and not super big. But again, that's up to Nintendo. So that's what I think about maps-wise. And gear-wise, I honestly don't really have much to say. Just bring a lot of the gear back, and yeah, I mean, not much else to say there. However, though, there is one addition I do want to see. I want to see new types of leggings. Now, I know there is a legging option in, like, Splatoon 2, but I'm talking, like, another store where you can buy your own pants, or whatever it is. I want to see this because, I don't know, I don't know. I mean, Animal Crossing allows you to do it, so why can't you do it here? It kind of perplexes me. And next, I'll talk about some more general stuff, game mode wise, and like other stuff. Pretty much, I want this to be similar to Splatoon 2, where like the ranking system is similar, but I do want it to be a little easier to get to level, like rise up the levels. For those of you who love level grinding in Splatoon 2 will probably say it is not the most fun thing ever, considering it's just a lot of grinding. I want them to kind of implement something where it can make it can make it a lot more efficient to actually rise up the levels. There is like this food truck thing in Splatoon 2 that allows you to kind of get more experience, but like, it's not really, I don't know, it's only so helpful. I'm talking like a really big, like, increase. Maybe they can make it a more rare occurrence, but I'd really like to see that. I'd like to see it because it would be so much more efficient. And I also feel like Nintendo needs to do something when it comes to Turf Wars, because they need to figure out how to balance the game properly. They need to do something like they do in like ranked battles, because in ranked battles, like, let's say you're at a B rank, you'll fight the other 7 players will all be at a B rank too. Why not do something like that for Turf War, where it's like, maybe like if you're a level 4 player, you're facing off against other like players from level 0 to level 9, and like play, and then and so on and so forth. How about you like limit it so that way it can actually like so that way it feels more fair. Now, I know this isn't necessarily a super easy thing for them to do, but that they can do it with ranked battles, they can do it with Turf War. So that would be really nice for people who want to just have a better challenge and to overall make the difficulty kind of go up over time, so that way it doesn't feel like you're getting annihilated at the very start, because that is not a good feeling. And some more overall stuff is, I think they need to get rid of the thing that you do. You know when you squid jump and they have that little cursor thing and you can get a free kill that way? It's so cheap. I really want them to get rid of this because it's just so irritating. Like, it's so obvious. Because when this happens, you pretty much get a free kill and the person doesn't even get to do anything. I think Nintendo needs to just get rid of this entirely. They need to get rid of the little cursor icon showing that they're going to be jumping there. They need to not do it because, I don't know, it makes it a lot less fun when you try and squid jump, try to get back into the match, and then you just die instantly because of the stupid camping. So I think Nintendo needs to get rid of that. I really would appreciate that. And in terms of like game modes, well, I think they should keep all the ones from Splatoon 2. They should have Turf Wars and the ranked battles of Splat Zones, Rainmaker, Tower Control, and Clan Blitz. But I do want to see them add a few more modes. Now, that is kind of beyond my knowledge of what they'll do, and here's an idea that please bear with me. What if they did something where it was the last person standing, a battle royale mode? Please bear with me. Please bear with me. What if they did something like this? Like, that actually would be kind of cool. Especially if they make maps that are a lot more like the castle and the riverside. That would be it would be cool environments for like a last man standing sort of thing. It could be another ranked battle thing, but I don't know. It's really up to Nintendo what they would want to do. But that's my idea. I think it would be cool. Yes, a lot of people are probably not going to like the idea, but I don't know, it'd be a fun addition to the game because, I don't know, it's just a cool idea. And in terms of Salmon Run, I think it should stay there, but I think they should do some more revamping. They need more stages in this mode, and that's really all I'm asking for. I just want more stages. So that's that. And now, finally, to the single player content. And this is where things are going to get a lot better because I have a lot more ideas of what they could do with the single player mode. Now, you will probably know that from Splatoon 2, there's Octo Canyon, which is pretty much Octo Valley again. And it's alright, but it's kind of disappointing to be honest. And Octo Expansion was really, really good. But what are they going to do with Splatoon 3? Now, and now with the whole Octoling thing, yes, Octoling should be playable in Splatoon 3, but I don't necessarily think they should be unlocked straight from the start. You should have to beat the single player mode in order to actually play as the Octoling. So, there's that. And here's my idea for the single player mode. And I highly doubt this will happen, but this is my own idea. What if they made it a more open-ended experience? What if you were actually exploring a huge cavern or like kind of a big world? Like kind of like the subway station thing in like Octo Expansion, but like what if you were able to explore like a huge cavern that like I don't know what they would do in terms of story. They could use DJ Octavio another time, but that'd be a little lazy, and I don't even know if Commander Tartar would even be there. They could use like maybe a new force or something like that creates like these Octarian like creatures to send after you. And what if you actually had to explore a cavern? Like no levels, no missions or anything like that. What if it was open-ended and there wasn't like a level selection? That would be super dope. Now, the game doesn't have to be like open world a la Breath of the Wild. They don't have to do anything like that. They can make the game linear, but they can make it a little more interesting, but kind of allowing you to explore the caverns at your own free will. Like, you allow more leisurely. Like, it'll technically tell you to go onward, but you can always go back to older areas to explore them. I think this would be a really cool idea because it would really change the gameplay up. They could do something similar to Octo Expansion where it has a specific style built into it, and they could have more lore stuff. And man, thinking about this really makes me want this to happen. I want them to do a more open-ended single-player mode. I want them to make a single-player mode that I'll want to play all the time. Because once you beat Octo Canyon, that's pretty much it. That's really all there is. And once you beat Octo Expansion, that's pretty much it. They're good experiences, but there's really no reason to return back to them. What if with the new single-player mode, and I'm not going to come up with a name for it because I don't even know, but what if they made it more explorative? And I don't know, I want them to do something like this because I want them to expand the world, and I want them to have a reason why we could keep playing the single player, because maybe there's something we haven't discovered yet. But anyways, that's my thoughts and predictions on what Splatoon 3 will be like. Now, do I think any of this stuff will probably happen? I'm confident that at least a few of the things might happen. We're really not sure, considering we're not anywhere near Splatoon 3 yet. But it's always fun to speculate. But what do you feel? How do you feel? Do you guys like my predictions? Do you guys have your own predictions for what'll happen? And let me know in the comments. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Take care.
It's showtime! Did you enjoy the show? Well, time for the highlight.